Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Terima kasih kerana memberikan kami liputan. Kita ada mesyuarat Pakatan Harapan yang telah selesai dengan baik, dan kenyataan ini adalah mengenai dengan sesi parlimen yang telah dipanggil khas untuk Tppa. Pembincangan kami adalah bersekitaran Tppa ini. Pakatan Harapan urges Prime Minister Najib not to sign the Tppa. After careful consideration of all the costs and benefits of the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement, Pakatan Harapan is of the view that Malaysia should reject the Tppa and therefore urge PM Najib's cabinet not to ratify the same. Pakatan Harapan is cognizant of the fact that Malaysia is an export-led nation and that trade agreements are important. However, the Tppa is not a normal trade agreement, and the Tppa brings about the possibility of untold costs to the federal and state governments via frivolous and costly lawsuits as a result of the investor-state dispute settlements involving countries with companies with a long history of such lawsuits. The Tppa will delay the entry of much-needed generics. Generics are actually for medicine into the market and maintain medicine prices at high and burdensome levels. The extension of the copyright status for 20 years will benefit only a small number of mostly American-based companies and will be costly for the Malaysian consumer. We will be subjecting ourselves to a less than transparent certification and selective process by the United States government in order to comply with the terms of the Tppa. There is also no assurance that the small medium enterprises, the SMEs, which will be exposed to greater global competition, will be given the necessary assistance, both financial and technical, to help them mitigate the impact of the Tppa. This may result in job losses and company closures that would have a negative impact on the economy. You must remember that our economy, bulk of it is actually our SMEs, okay? Medium and small industries. In return for eroding our sovereignty and causing greater hardship for the rakyat, the Tppa dangles the carrot of economic growth and wealth. However, the United Nations and the PricewaterhouseCoopers reports do not project any significant economic gains and in fact show a retardation and erosion of our trade balance. So, Pakatan Harapan is committed to defending the Constitution and to protecting the well-being of the rakyat. The Tppa erodes our Constitution, hurts our rakyat, and has limited economic benefits. There is therefore a clear-cut case for rejecting the Tppa. In light of these serious concerns and shortcomings of the agreement, we strongly urge the Prime Minister not to sign the Tppa. Thank you. Of course, as you said, it's an essence. They've called this 2 days, and it looks as though that the way it was given the usul, I think in agreement to the ratification. So it's actually the way it's the usul has been written. It's actually to acknowledge and accept. So I think it's a bit too late for us to go to the ground. But I think ratification is supposed to take another 2 years. So we do have some time to buy. But we want it to be known that we don't want to be at a loss. Our nation is at stake.
Another thing, earlier the MP for Shah Alam had suggested that maybe the House push for maybe a secret ballot for all the MPs. So would Pakatan Harapan maybe consider meeting up with the Speaker and discussing maybe possibly having secret ballot?
There's no such thing as secret ballot in the
standing orders.
We actually ask them to vote for their conscience.
Yeah.
With their conscience, sorry. We also actually discussed about the Kedah issue, and our stand is that it should be constitutional. that the House, the state government, Dewan Undangan Negeri Kedah sepatutnya mengadakan satu sesi khas untuk membuatkan undi. Kalau tidak percaya kepada Menteri Besar Datuk Mukris, jadi diberikan dalam sidang itu khas untuk memberi undi tidak percaya. Itu adalah pendirian kami.
So we Pakatan support the motion of commission.
For them lah, for the Dewan lah.
For the Dewan.
Because that's just procedural. We want it to follow the constitution.
Is the opposition in Kedah behind the MB or is the opposition in Kedah?
I think it's inside thing. I think they are sama-sama gaduh dalam lah.
Yang housekeeping. Okay, tak dapat.
Okay?
Krisis yang berlaku di Kedah tu menguntungkan Pakatan Harapan. Krisis yang berlaku di Kedah sekarang menguntungkan Pakatan Harapan.
Wait and see.
Kita tidak mahu rakyat yang rugi. Ini bukan kisah untuk juara siapa-siapa. Kita nak menjuarai rakyat. Sebab itu kita masuk dalam gelanggang politik ini untuk memberikan pilihan untuk rakyat. Dan insya-Allah kalau ada kebaikannya kita buat perubahan. Tapi yang ni yang kalau mereka sama-sama gaduh sama-sama iaitu kalau tidak menguntungkan rakyat kita tidaklah
Dr. Sri, do you think the attacks on the Kedah MB is because he actually spoke up against the 1MDB issue and he's actually kind of requesting?
tepuk dada tanya selera. Okay.
Just one question. I'm sure you're aware this morning the Attorney General cleared the Prime Minister of all wrongdoings regarding SRC intervention. And also the...
It's a miracle Malaysia.
Expected.
Miracle Malaysia.
So the thing is, his statement clearly stated that the Prime Minister had returned $620 million to the Saudi royal family because it was unutilized. That appears to be in contradiction to his earlier statements, Prime Minister's earlier statements saying that they had used the money for elections. So, any comments on that?
You know, in Malaysia, a lot of things you can't really understand. And I think when they change the Attorney General, I think this is expected. If you don't change the Attorney General, probably it's a different story altogether.
Okay.
Thank you.
Terima kasih banyak semua. Thank you so much.
People good job. Miracle.
Okay, thank you.